5-point game. Into Jokic. Jokic going to work against Keita. Hasn't knocked away, but gets it back. Oh my. 3! Incredible!
By late August, true basketball fans are starving. The NBA's gone quiet, trades are settled, and free agency drama is long over. You're left replaying the same highlights, desperate for fresh action. Then EuroBasket 2025 arrives. Finally, something real to satisfy that hunger. And what better way to start than watching the best player alive, Nikola Jokic, take the international stage and completely dominate, reminding everyone why he's simply in a league of his own.
Here goes Jokic. Two-handed jab.
The Jokic problem. Serbia's golden chance at EuroBasket 2025 could slip away. Three-time NBA MVP Nikola Jokic is fresh off another historic season and now spearheading Serbia's so-called golden generation into EuroBasket 2025. On paper, it looks like the perfect storm for a title run. Serbia is stacked with NBA talent, Jokic is in peak MVP form, and after 3 straight wins, they look like serious contenders. But here's the catch: the cracks are already starting to show. And if Serbia isn't careful, what should be their golden opportunity might collapse under the weight of over-reliance, sloppy mistakes, and untimely injuries. So what exactly is the Jokic problem? Let's break it down. Setting the stage, EuroBasket 2025 runs from August 27th through September 14th. And this isn't some friendly exhibition. This is the battleground for European basketball supremacy, the place where reputations are forged and legacies are cemented. Serbia drew Group A alongside Turkey, Portugal, Latvia, the Czech Republic, and Estonia. All games are staged in Riga, Latvia, which adds another wrinkle: home court advantage. Latvia's fans are notorious for creating a deafening atmosphere, something both Serbia and Turkey have already had to silence in their matchups. Through 3 games, both Serbia and Turkey stand unbeaten at 3-0, each already locking in their spots in the round of 16. Their head-to-head clash on September 3rd isn't just about topping the group. It could very well be a championship preview. On paper, Serbia's path looks straightforward. They've got Jokic, arguably the best player in the world, backed by a deep roster that features 5 active NBA players and a handful of others with NBA stints. But the first week has revealed fault lines that could widen as the tournament progresses. Game 1, a dream start. Serbia opened against Estonia, and it was a statement game. Final score, 98-64. It wasn't just a win, it was Serbia's biggest margin of victory in EuroBasket history. They came out firing, scoring the first 9 points and then unleashing a 17-3 run that ended the contest before Estonia could even adjust. Jokic barely needed to break a sweat, posting 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists in 23 minutes, nearly a triple-double on cruise control. Even better, he didn't have to dominate. Miami Heat guard Nikola Jokic dropped 18 points, and the ball movement was crisp. Serbia dished out 32 assists, showing a balance that hinted at championship-level depth. Game 2, warning signs appear. Portugal was supposed to be another routine win, and while Serbia handled business 80-69, the performance raised eyebrows. Jokic was unstoppable, scoring 23 points with 10 rebounds while shooting 8 of 10. His efficiency rating hit 35. Basically video game numbers. But beneath the surface, Serbia stumbled. They shot just 45% as a team, committed 12 turnovers in the first half alone, and nearly collapsed in the third quarter. When Portugal cut the lead to single digits, Jokic had to personally score 13 straight points to restore order. To make matters worse, captain Bogdan Bogdanovic suffered a hamstring injury and never returned. His absence loomed large. Bogdanovic isn't just Serbia's secondary scorer, he's the emotional leader who keeps the team steady in high-pressure moments. Replacing his leadership may prove harder than replacing his points. Then came a moment of recklessness. Forward Filip Petrusev lasted just 5 minutes before being ejected for throwing a punch. International basketball is physical, emotions run high, but losing a key rotation player to frustration is the kind of mistakes Serbia can't afford. Game 3. Latvia exposes the cracks facing host nation Latvia in front of 11,000 roaring fans. Serbia knew they were in for a fight. What should have been another comfortable win turned into a nail-biter that highlighted Serbia's biggest problem: overdependence on Jokic. Jokic delivered a national team career-high 39 points, surpassing his previous best of 32. He shot 15 of 26, 62%, battled through double and triple teams, and even had Kristaps Porzingis switching onto him. He did it all, scoring inside, hitting a clutch three late, and sinking free throws with the game on the line. But here's the issue: Serbia needed every single one of those 39 points to survive. The flow told the story. Serbia led by as many as 16, dominating the paint 42-22. Yet whenever Jokic sat, Latvia clawed back. In the fourth quarter, Latvia outscored Serbia 24-7. With under 2 minutes left, Davis Bertans drilled a dagger three to cut the lead to just 4. Arturs Kurics hit another corner shot. Suddenly, Latvia had the upset and reached. It took Jokic's late-game heroics to drag Serbia across the finish line. Without him, they lose. The Jokic dependency. This is Serbia's tightrope. Having the best player in the world is a blessing, but it can also be a trap. When Jokic rests, the offense collapses. Against Portugal, Serbia went 6 full minutes without a field goal when Jokic sat, scoring only from the free throw line. Against Latvia, the same story repeated. The supporting cast didn't just fail to extend leads, they actively squandered them. Petrusev bounced back with 12 points against Latvia, but beyond him, the secondary scoring was silent when it mattered most. Serbia doesn't need Jokic's backups to be world beaters. They just need to keep the ship steady for 7 to 10 minutes per game. So far, they haven't managed it. The mental game. The bigger concern might be composure. Bogdanovic's injury removes Serbia's most calming voice. Without him, the team looks vulnerable to frustration and lapses in focus. Petrusev's ejection was a perfect example. Serbia needs depth to survive the knockout rounds, and burning rotations on emotional outbursts is a recipe for disaster. Yes, he bounced back in Game 3, but the margin for error shrinks with every round. Then there's the turnover epidemic. Serbia coughed it up 15 times against Portugal, 12 of them in the first half. These weren't just forced mistakes. They were self-inflicted wounds from trying to make highlight passes instead of simple reads. Against elite defenses later in the tournament, those giveaways could be fatal. Serbia versus Turkey, a collision course August 30th against Latvia showed the razor-thin difference between Serbia and Turkey. Both teams entered unbeaten, both looked dominant on paper. But while Turkey has spread the scoring load across their roster, Serbia leaned entirely on Jokic's brilliance. In a knockout setting, where opponents game planned specifically to neutralize Jokic, Serbia's supporting cast will make or break them. Can Jovic step up consistently? Can Petrusev deliver without losing his cool? Can younger players like Ognjen Dobric handle the moment when the ball swings their way? Because here's the truth, Jokic can give them 39 again. He can even give them 49. But history shows no single superstar wins EuroBasket alone. Dirk Nowitzki tried. Pau Gasol tried. Even Luka Doncic learned the hard way in 2022. Depth and discipline win tournaments. Conclusion: golden opportunity or golden collapse? Serbia is 3-0. They have the tournament's best player, maybe the best player in the world. On paper, they remain title favorites, but beneath the record lies a fragile structure. Bogdanovic's injury, mental lapses, turnovers, and a dangerous over-reliance on Jokic all loom large. The path to glory is clear, but only if Serbia's supporting cast steadies the ship. Otherwise, their golden generation may end up remembered not for triumph, but for what might have been. Now, contrast that with Turkey's performance just hours later in the same arena. Where Serbia struggled and survived, Turkey annihilated 95-54. Turkey won by 41 points. They led by 46 at one point. Portugal managed just 10 points in the entire third quarter. Their coach, Mario Gomez, got ejected after picking up 2 technicals, basically surrendering in frustration. Alperen Şener set the tone immediately, scoring 14 points in the first quarter alone. He finished with 20 points and a game-high efficiency rating of 27. But here's the kicker. He didn't need to do more. Shane Larkin added 12 points, 5 assists, and 4 steals. But Tim dropped 14. Kirk and Korkmaz had 12. Even when Cedi Osman had a quiet night with just 7 points, it didn't matter because everyone else stepped up. Turkey shot 60% from the field. They shot 67. 5% on 2-pointers, 45% from 3. They hold Portugal to 31% shooting overall, and just 24% from beyond the arc. The game was over by halftime when Turkey led 51-27. This wasn't a basketball game. It was a basketball clinic. And remember, this is the same Portugal team that gave Serbia problems. While Serbia has been grinding out wins, Turkey has been putting together the most impressive campaign of any team in the tournament. Their run started with a stunning 93-73 victory over Latvia. Playing in Ria, facing 11,000 hostile fans, Turkey never blinked. Cedi Osman dropped 20. Şenol had 168 and 7, and they controlled the game from start to finish. Game 2 against the Czech Republic, even more dominant. Şenol nearly had a triple-double. 23 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists on 8 of 9 shooting, 89% from the field. Turkey won 92-78. And it wasn't even that close. But Game 3 against Portugal, that's where Turkey made their loudest statement yet. The 41-point demolition wasn't just about the margin, it was how they did it. Balanced scoring, suffocating defense, perfect execution. Turkey has averaged a 25-point margin of victory through the first 3 games. They've outscored opponents 280-193. They have 5 different players averaging double figures. Most importantly, they look like a team that's been together for years and not days. This doesn't mean Serbia should panic, but when you watch Turkey play, you see everything Serbia isn't right now. Balanced, composed, deep, and devastating without needing superhuman performances from their best player. But let's be crystal clear, Nikola Jokic has been absolutely phenomenal. Through 3 games, he's averaging 24. 3 points, 10 rebounds and 7 assists. Against Estonia, he showed perfect game management, 11, 10, and 7 in just 23 minutes, letting teammates shine.